Welcome, everybody, to episode 312 of The China Show, the real China Show. Man, do we have some fun stuff today. We've got meltdowns. We've got loss of face. If you don't know what that is, Dulian, very important. We're going to teach you about that. And it's not that stinky fruit.
It doesn't even sound like that.
Lulian, Dulian.
Lulian, yeah, I suppose.
Same thing.
We also got Roberts.
We do.
Got the robot fails.
We've talked about the robot marathon, but we got to bring it up again because it's been glazed and it's wrong. So we're going to show you some facts from behind the scenes.
Big show. Big shout out to 312. It's episode 312, which is Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. Let us know down in the comments if you're watching from Chicago or in the chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to help get it on people's feeds so they can see it. We think it's a pretty important show for people to see.
We do, absolutely. So it's time for us to saunter right into it with what's new. This is where we talk about what's new, specifically with regards to China. Let's have a quick look here. We're going to start with IE Adventures. For those of you who don't know what an IE is, it is a middle-aged woman in China. And, well, they're quite a phenomenon. You know, they are the remnants of the Red Guard, usually. From that era anyway. They weren't all Red Guards, but, you know, the ones that survived generally were. So, you know, we're talking about people that are in their sort of 60s, 70s, thereabouts.
Again, I don't think that's middle-aged. I think I'm middle-aged.
Whatever, you know, like you got to move the bracket forward as you become older.
I'm about 40, so
yeah.
To me, that's middle-aged. So I guess you're calling, because you're like 45.
Yeah.
So you're calling like people in their 70s middle-aged now?
No,
You've moved it that far?
Yeah, because when I first got to China, people in their middle age were in their 50s.
I understand.
So, you know, it's been like, you know, so they're on their 70s, 60s. Anyway, they're always up to shenanigans. So we thought we'd show you some IE Adventures to get it started. So what are we going to see first? Well, there's this interesting thing about the middle-aged IEs is they like to do these bizarre exercises. Now,
I'm a little uncomfortable.
Why, though?
I don't know. I don't think I like this.
Here's the thing. They kind of seem to make this stuff up as they go along.
100%.
Because, you know, one thing I always liked about China is when you go to the parks, you see people doing Tai Chi, which I think is good because it's one of the few sort of traditional things that weren't completely wiped out. Problem is it was wiped out to a certain degree.
You mean Tai Chi walking? Tai Chi sitting?
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, when people do, it's about fitness. That's all it is. It's not a martial arts for defense or anything. No. People might get a bit confused, but it's all about fitness. And you'll usually get a leader, and the leader sits there with a microphone or something and tells everyone, okay, now do this, and they do Tai Chi. But it's been bastardized, you know?
In this case, the leader's sitting on a bollard. Also, very brave to sit on these. The amount of these railings that collapse in these parks, you've seen so many videos in real life, too. This is bold.
So what'll happen is somebody will just kind of like introduce, the leader will just randomly think of something and be like, this is good for your chi to sit on a pole.
Dude, it's exactly the same as medicine, too, and foods.
Yeah.
Like, don't eat this food because it's bad for you. And then at the town over, like, this is a really good food to eat.
Yeah.
You know?
So you saw that troop. This is a completely different one.
Gosh.
So, you know, it's starting to catch on. This is
I
a
don't
new.
like this.
Well, it gets more bizarre because take a look at what's going on at the bottom.
What?
Yes.
This feels wrong.
It's like I said, they make stuff up and then they just go with it. And then they're like, let's do the inchworm maneuver too.
Why?
Maybe they want to feel grounded. I don't know.
Why? But why the spread? Can I just ask you, why the spread? It feels inappropriate.
It does feel inappropriate, and I don't really have an answer for that, other than it's probably something about realigning your chi in a weird way.
Oh, it's definitely that.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone made it up, though.
Absolutely made up. You know, when you're out having a little walk in the park, and you're an IE, and you notice a flowering bush. Well, not flowering, but, you know, like a...
Well, I identify as an IE myself. I'm very progressive.
All right.
When I see a flowering bush, the first instinct I have is to take it home.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I could do with that. So just uproot the whole thing.
Yes.
Because why not?
Dude, that was so common when we were in China, the IE stealing flowers out of the park.
Yeah, but not like stealing a flower.
No, this is the whole bush.
Just take the whole bush. I actually confronted, and I have it on video, I confronted someone at my... you know, my garden, they call it Huayuan. It's like your complex where you live. And they just put in a bunch of new trees. And, you know, this is what you pay for with your Guanli Fei. Because one thing people don't tell you about China is they're always like, oh, no property tax. Yeah, you still have to pay a management fee every single month.
Yeah.
And many other things. So everybody has to pay management to basically take care of the gardens and everything. It's kind of like an HOA fee. Mm-hmm. And so we all have to pay for this. They put in some nice flowers, and I go down there, and this woman's pulling them up and putting them in a basket and taking them up to her apartment. I was like, what are you doing? That stuff belongs to all of us.
And she'll be like, yeah, me.
Yeah.
One time I was in China, and I was at a lake, and of all things, I just couldn't believe it. I found an actual turtle on the land. Oh. And I was shocked because I'm like, this is alive. It's something I never found animals in China.
Yeah.
They all get poached or killed or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or they build construction stuff, right?
Sure.
So I picked it up and I put it in the water. It wasn't a tortoise. It belonged in the water.
Yeah.
So I picked it up and put it in the water, and it started swimming off. And I was like, oh, this is a nice moment, right? Literally, I'm going to say 30 seconds later, a shirtless Chinese man ran in the water, dove in, and grabbed it and ran away.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
So it's free food.
So, speaking of free food, sometimes you have samples. Mm-hmm. It's something that doesn't really work in China. When they put out free samples, it just goes. Yeah. And the whole point of free samples, you put them out so people can try it, and then it's like, oh, I like this, I'll buy some.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens when you do it in China. I want you to pay attention to the woman in red. The skinny woman in red over there.
Okay. On the left.
Let's take a look. All right. So she comes over and she grabs a fair amount of free samples. Yummy. Okay. Now she's doing the whole distraction thing. She's like, I need more. What can I do? Okay. Pretend I'm someone else. Let me go grab some more. Okay. It's not just a little bit. You notice how she takes like a huge amount every time.
It's like every time she takes it, the greed increases.
Yeah, so wait, now she's like, okay.
Look at this over here.
Let's put a little
By the way,
distance.
all those pastries are terrible. Never be duped. I thought it was so funny. I saw a shill video, a pro CCP video.
Yeah.
And they were like, look at all the baked goods in China. I was like, bro,
try
if any of your audience could try that,
they'd be very disappointed, yeah. So now she's like, hey, there's people taking my free samples.
How dare
they?
How dare you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what she said.
See how she's like kind of sauntering in there and like, okay, I'll just grab a bunch more. All right, cool. And some more. She doesn't need to buy anything. She's already eating her lunch free. How many did she take that time? Like 5?
A lot. I told you, the greed increases
it does,
each time.
Because she's like, I can get away with this. And off she goes.
This is dastardly.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So, yep.
Okay, so you remember last week we were talking about there's this kind of competition. It's like an unspoken competition in China for IEs, the lost generation, so women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, to be as nationalist as possible.
Correct.
So what they're doing is they're putting out these videos, and you can play it. They're putting out these videos where they sing a nationalist song about the Communist Party, about how bad Japan is, right?
Yeah.
About how bad the West is, how China's going to defeat everybody. And they cry and they scream and they really put all their emotion into it. And the more emotion you put into it, the better.
One thing I have to say is that, there's this whole thing about China supplying fentanyl to America.
Yeah.
The precursors and so on.
Yeah.
And I know that the government here is always trying to negotiate. And then China says, yes, we will step in and stop it. They will never stop it.
They did it.
They are the ones doing it.
Why would you stop?
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a reason why they won't stop that. It's because they've got something called the century of humiliation in China. Something which China teaches all of the school kids, teaches all of the populace day in and day out on the TV, is that the rest of the world, specifically the Westerners, came in and humiliated China by dividing it up and, opium wars and making China look bad. And it's all about the opium wars, right? How the rest of the world forced China into taking opium and destroyed society and all that. So this is their revenge. It's like a reverse opium war. It's a fentanyl war. They're sending fentanyl to the USA and so on, and they feel justified to do this because of this century of humiliation, because it's so ingrained in the psyche of the Chinese people and the Chinese government, the fact that they force feed that to everybody. They don't feel bad about the fentanyl thing. In fact, they feel justified. It's something that they think is a just revenge.
Look at the wrong country.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter because foreigners are foreigners. Yeah, the West is the West. Anyway, so you can see she's like, never forget our national humiliation. And that's something that I despise about China, is that they basically make their identity around this victim narrative of being humiliated.
Yeah.
And I feel like China has a lot to be proud of.
Yeah.
China should not be identifying as like a humiliated loser because that's what they love. They're like, look at this woman. Never forget our national humiliation.
It's a political tool.
It's like never forget how lame we are. Like, how about changing that narrative around and saying we're actually great, we've got a great history, a great culture, we have a lot to offer. But no, it's all about like, oh, we're such losers. You know, that's what you're seeing here.
Well, it's a control mechanism.
Yeah, I just don't like that. I feel like China has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Should change it around. Anyway, you say you found the original audio.
Yeah, so just like the other one, I mean, I had this video, but I was like, why not try and put our best efforts in to see what it actually sounded like?
Yeah,
She's singing a song.
Yeah, I think it's important. Let's take a look. Let's find out.
And that was good.
That was great. Yeah,
It was a really good performance.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%. Can you explain what's happening here, please?
Yeah, so when I learned first aid and CPR and all that kind of stuff, we had to learn how to use safety blankets. So
we call them emergency blankets.
Emergency blankets, whatever.
Okay.
These blankets, they're made of mylar. You know those balloons, those metal balloons. That
invented by NASA in like the 60s or the 50s.
Yeah, it keeps your body
60s.
heat in. Right? Everybody, I don't know why we're explaining. Everyone knows what this is.
Yeah.
Anyway, you put this on when you're, you're cold, you're outside, there's an emergency, right? And this instructor's like, yo, this is one way of doing it. Let me give you a better way of doing it.
It's like, yeah.
And I'm like, there is no way in hell that his method is better. And I did corroborate the fact that no, he did it very wrong. What you're about to see is very funny, though.
Let's take a look.
So he's with utter confidence is like, this is the best way.
Okay. So he's going to show us a better way to use an emergency blanket, is what you're saying.
Yes. So he said that's for a especially tall comrade.
Yes.
Which is slang for gay person, by the way.
Oh, comrade? Yeah, it is in
Which is
Chinese.
kind of
It is.
So he's literally tinfoil hat.
I know. I was going to say, what is this, like the Alex Jones School of Emergency Blankets?
Foil red riding.
This is pretty funny.
Little red foil hood.
Yeah.
And then he jams it with tinfoil on his head, wraps him up like a freaking babushka.
Yeah, he does look
He's like
one.
a space babushka.
He is.
Then jams it into shirt.
Okay.
And then claims he said this guy is going to outlive the other 3 methods or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a little bit of a problem with that whole thing because I understand that
He's not covering him at all.
Yeah, because the problem is his arms are exposed.
Yeah, and under the shirt, it's completely open in places, and it's crumpled up.
It's going to make contact against you and it's with your sweat, and it's going to cause like dissipation.
Yes, it's worse.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, you know what? If that's their military instruction and so on, it's probably beneficial if China goes to war with anyone.
So let's change our train of thought or our way to respond. This is correct for China.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
For the Chinese PLA, this is correct. For the rest of you, don't do it. Do it the original way.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So we've got another little segment in What's New here. And there is something that's very unique to mainland China. And that is the inability and I should say the reluctance for people to help others in need.
Yeah.
It's a huge issue.
Well, it's the ranked in the entire world. It's the lowest ranking for helping people in need. It's the lowest trust society in the entire world.
Correct. So you've heard of good Samaritans. In China, there are no Samaritans, good or bad.
Even when people want to.
Yes. Yeah, and we're going to explain to you and show you why. First, we just show you a little mild example. Okay. Got some dudes hanging out playing games.
This guy's helping, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
He's helping kill his friend.
Sure. Okay. Okay, don't worry. He's fine. No one got up to help him.
No one. They looked too.
Yeah.
They saw it happen.
So this curtain rail fell on the dude's head. Okay, let's watch it again. Okay, he's got back up. He recovered after being like partially knocked out there.
Okay.
Just to show they all saw it. He saw it.
No one.
He saw it.
No one even thought about getting up.
He saw it. No, they didn't even flinch. They just went back to their game.
That's
so
crazy.
here's an unfortunate, pretty heart-wrenching scene of you've got a Chinese man here who has a disability, Down syndrome, and he walked into wet cement, and he's just stuck there.
Most people with Down syndrome are chained up. They never see the light of day, or they're aborted in China.
Exactly.
And in this case, nobody's helping, but everyone's looking.
Yeah, and you've got the workers are there. They don't even care, even though they can see him that he stepped in there.
Well, yeah, and did you see how the people ride by? It's actually so sad. It's freaking sad.
He evidently needs help. He's stuck. So I wanted to explain to you why this sort of phenomenon happens in the first place, okay?
Yeah.
So here's an example. This happened the other day, okay, on the 20th. There's this this bicycle vlogger, okay, and he noticed this old woman. You can see behind there, this old woman fall down. See, take a look. He noticed her fall down. So he's like, hey, I'll give you a hand.
Oh, so he is a good Samaritan.
Yes.
We like to reward that behavior.
Yeah, exactly. And he helped her to sit down on the bench. But then as he was leaving, she suddenly got up and chased him. Okay. Started to blame him. Started to see how she walked up and like put her hand on his bicycle so he can't leave. Mm-hmm. And then started to blame him, said that he caused her to fall down. Okay. And that he has to pay her money. You know, and this is the trick. Okay. And this is why people don't like to help in China. It's because you've got these IEs. Again, it's that whole IE adventure type, you know, IE from the back in the bad old days. And they have that saying in China. It's not that old people are bad. It's that bad people got old. Yep. It's an actual saying in China. Yeah. And so she's now trying to extort him. Okay. And it's only after he pointed out that he has a camera and some of the bystanders started to chirp in and say like, no, we saw the whole thing. And then finally when he's like, no, listen, it's all on camera, that she gave up and walked off. And apparently her cohort, her husband or someone nearby came and got her out of there. So it just shows you why that's a phenomenon. I think it's important because it's so weird when you see these videos of somebody like an old person falling down and needing help in China and nobody steps in. No one. And I saw it with my own eyes many times in China. I stepped in to help because, you know, I knew the risks, but I'm a foreigner. And being a foreigner, you know, it gives you a little bit of a protection, you know, against this kind of thing. Not always, but most of the time. So, you know, I can't just let an old person or someone struggling just struggle. I will help out.
Of course.
But in China, it's so risky for people to help because you've got this horrible situation where if you help someone, you get yourself into trouble and perhaps bankrupt yourself because they blame you for it and they take you to court. And there have been court cases that have been won by these disgusting scammers. And then the person loses all their money or has to pay them every month like a medical compensation. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the exact flip side of that, there are so many videos these days coming out of China, people showing the sheer amount of garbage everywhere. And if you've been there, if you go anywhere outside like the CBD...
I thought you were talking about those IEs.
No.
Okay.
If you go anywhere outside the CBD in the main cities in China, what you'll notice is it's filthy. It's absolutely covered in trash.
Yeah.
And especially if you go to any rest area or a place where there's lots of people or a tourist destination.
Unfortunately, a lot of the tourist destinations, like next to the seaside, take a look. The stuff just gets basically shoved into the sea, which is horrible. Which is why you'll find bottles with Chinese writing and stuff like floating across the world in the ocean.
Yeah. And this is the kind of stuff you're not going to see on the like China's living in the future shill videos or like, you know, I can't believe what I saw in China. These paid white people basically that get paid to go to China and do propaganda for them. You're not going to see this. But the reason that Chinese people are taking these videos is that like the old people that, you know, they're just bad people that became old.
Yeah.
The younger people that have, especially people that have seen other countries abroad or they've traveled a bit or they at least have seen that maybe I don't want to tolerate this kind of garbage buildup in my country. They're pointing it out now.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, they'll get in trouble for doing so. But so many people are doing it these days. I mean, this is the kind of thing you'll see if you look on the right here, the kind of thing you'll see at a rest stop, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is the information desk. It's just piles and piles of trash and public transport covered in trash.
Yeah, this is a bus public bus.
Mountains and mountains of garbage everywhere. And that's just something that people don't want to deal with anymore. But again, when you live in a one-party state, nobody does anything about it. And you think that, you know, the government's going to be proactive and deal with this because it's embarrassing. But instead, they'd rather just delete videos or arrest people that share it than actually do something about it.
Now, what you're seeing particularly behind us here is part of, there's like a lantern festival where people light these, what do you call them? Like flyable lantern. What do you even call that? Like
massive hazard.
Yeah. It's like a lantern you light and it floats off. And then just falls down. It's there you can actually see them doing it. Creates a huge amount of waste. But you know, you have to expect a huge amount of waste like this when you've got such a massive population. And it's also a throwaway society.
For sure.
Anyway, we know you guys kind of curious about what we get up to when we're not doing the show. So we have a quick clip to show you guys.
Real life.
Yeah,
come to the bar with us.
Yeah, come, let's hang out.
The heck is this?
Clarity 6, 46 pairs of Crocs, size 13.
How do they have my marketing data?
I have no idea. Hang on a second. Bro, there's something wrong with this ice.
What's that?
It tastes funny.
Is it?
You know, there's something in this ice.
What the hell? Melt it down.
All right. Okay, let's take a look. What is this?
Serpents today, you have 7,200,000 pizza redemption points at Chuck E. Cheese?
How the hell do they know that?
It's pretty scary when you realize that almost everything about you is online for everyone to see. Your name, your address, your phone number, even relatives. And that's not just creepy, it's actually how scams and identity theft and stalking actually start.
The scammers have a head start on being able to manipulate you based on information that's out there. You read about data breaches and all that kind of nonsense, and you realize you are becoming a victim of scams and identity theft.
That's why we started using Incogni. Incogni automatically works on your behalf to remove your personal data from the internet. Not just data brokers, but sites that publish your information without your consent. You set it up once, you approve them to act on your behalf, and they handle the messy, time-consuming work. In fact, we noticed a huge, massive change after we started using it too.
Absolutely. What I like is Incogni's new custom removal feature on their unlimited and family unlimited plans. If you find your information on a specific people search site or random website, you can point it out and one of their privacy agents takes care of it for you. Go to incogni.com/ADV podcast and use code ADV podcast to get 60% off an annual plan. They can't harm you if they can't find you. Click the link below, use the code ADV podcast and take your personal data back today.
And don't forget, by choosing Incogni and using our code, you're helping us too.
Absolutely, and it really does work. It's helped get rid of people trying to find our addresses and post our information online.
For sure.
It's an invaluable tool for what we do.
Go check it out.
Bollard.
Yes.
Bollard.
It's Bollard Report.
It's Bollard Report. I know this is sometimes the favorite part of the show.
It is for a lot of people, yeah. It's been quoted on other media.
Yeah, it's excellent. So Bollard Report is where we tell you about why there's so many bollards in China, and it's usually because of vehicular manslaughter through, you know, just driving into crowds of people, revenge against society attacks. China right now has to put bollards everywhere. And I mean, there's just proof of it.
So every city is getting government funding to put bollards up. A lot of them are fake now. Of course, like anything in China, if you can cheat the system, you cheat the system,
Exactly.
right? So these bollards are going all over the cities. They're supposed to prevent people from getting murdered. Unfortunately, they're just piling them up in like one place oftentimes.
Yeah, especially around government buildings. Yeah. Anyway, that's some bollard delivery for you over there.
Little bollard delivery. I think that we'd show you. You can see the bollards in the center there.
See those bollards? They've got them over there. Let's see how well they work.
What is that car on the right? It looks like a freaking handheld vacuum.
Yeah, it's one of those minivans they have. I've seen them before.
It's hideous.
Yeah, you can see there's bollards also over there and over there. So there's bollards all around the place here. Let's see how well they work. Let's see. I guess not very well. Yeah, they should have put some bollards over there in those plants.
Or in the road.
Yeah, don't worry. The person was
was
only lightly injured.
But China's having a bit of a meltdown.
They are having a bit of a meltdown. Listen, societal issues run very deep in China at the moment. You don't hear about it because they, of course, censor all the news. We get to see these video clips because they get sent to us, or we find them on the Chinese internet or through dissidents and so on. And it's incredible the amount of crazy that's going around China at the moment.
There's no therapy, no mental health.
There's no outlet.
There's no outlets.
And there are a lot of problems, specifically financial problems at the moment, because China's economy is struggling, believe it or not.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
It's actually some staggering stats out there.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is, what's he doing?
I think he's doing some kind of farming,
Oh, interesting.
like car farming maybe. What would you do? Like doing something with the crops, the car crops over there?
Oh, it just reminds me of a little someone.
Oh, it does it? Well, let's at least watch what he does.
I just wanted to be part of the theme.
Okay, I see. So, he didn't like that red car, that's for
He did
sure.
not.
But apparently that's not the only car he's going after. He's just going after, like, cars in general, I think.
This isn't the first kind of tool of burden that's been used to drive through things. We did a breaking episode
By
last
the way, isn't it crazy that guy who, like, murdered over a dozen people in that market in Beijing never hit the news?
No.
Never.
Where was it?
Yeah. And it's
I
real.
saw it on, like, Indian news.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
You would think if someone drove through a market in Washington, D.C. with a front-end loader...
Yeah, because it was in the capital.
Yeah, flattened, like, dozen people or more, that it would hit the news.
Yeah.
Crazy how they get away with it. Looks like he didn't like that white car either.
Oh, so he did more than one.
Oh, yeah. No, he's
rampaging.
Yeah.
It's Carmageddon.
Yeah, there he is on the sidewalk now. People are running.
Is he getting a cunning stunt bonus?
Yeah, it's very possible. Yes.
Did I say that the right way?
You did.
Okay, good.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness for that one. Yeah, because we always used to mix that one up.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Oh no, he's coming back.
Yeah,
Bro's out of control.
Yeah, he's having his day.
You'll follow him.
Yes,
Oh, nice!
I'll tell you,
kind of fun,
dude. I'll tell you what. That tractor is pretty robust.
It is, and that's surprising for a Chinese implement.
It's green though. Maybe it's a John Deere.
I've never seen a John Deere in China.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's very true.
Queer.
Yeah. Is that what it would be? Is that what it would
Zhang,
be?
it's not
Yeah,
Zhang.
Zhang. It's Zhang.
Queer.
Yeah, it's Zhang. Yeah, for sure. This goes on a little while, doesn't it? It really does.
I honestly hadn't watched this. So, and I probably should have, because I don't know if something bad
Bollard.
happens.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness it's over. So I guess nothing bad happened out of that. So it's you're out here doing your farming thing.
Well, yeah. Well, I just saw what was he called? The car farmer?
Yeah, car farmer.
Well, I'm the like farmer. And the like farmer's here to tell you that you need to click that like button so we can see the feed. If you don't see the feed, then people won't see the video, and we think this is one of the most important outlets for you to understand what's going on in China. So help us see the feed, help us click the like button, and ultimately, if you really could, if you hit that share button and put that on your social media, that would really help us out too.
Yeah, that would. Okay. All right. Like farmer, you done?
Let's try to hit 3,500 likes.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get in a tractor, are you, next time?
No.
Okay, that's good.
I'm a
that's
happy
good news.
person.
All right, good. Let's hit soft power hour then, guys. This is the main part of the show, and we've got a crazy story for you today. Okay, this has gone super mega viral around the internet in China and Asia in general. You know.
Yeah. Oh, this is great.
Yeah. So basically, let me go back to that picture because I got to paint a picture of what happened. This was on Air Asia flight D7809, just so you know, for all you flight aficionados out there.
I'm so glad you got that information.
Exactly.
Thank you so
It happened on April 22nd, 2026, just in case you wanted to know.
A little more tism for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, there's this woman that you can see here. She got on the flight, and while the plane was getting ready to leave, ready to taxi onto the runway, she started a phone call. Okay, but not just any phone call, an incredibly annoyingly loud phone call.
Okay.
All right.
Did you tell us where this was coming from and going to?
This was coming from Chongqing, going to Kuala Lumpur.
In Malaysia.
Yes, so going to Malaysia. So the flight is basically full of people that are returning to Malaysia and, of course, Chinese passengers that are going to visit Malaysia for tourism or whatever case. All right, so she's very loud.
他现在起飞了没有？我是关机，现在起飞了没有？凭什么现在关？大声就可以了，大声就是现在几点钟了？不是大声就可以了。你有你，你有什么你？我现在飞机没有起飞，我打个电话有什么毛病？
Okay, so by the way, she's also being very rude. She's saying, you have a Malbin, so it means you got a brain. What would you call that?
Malbin just means problem.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like Malbin's like, definitely. It means you got a mental problem. It's like telling someone they have a mental problem. So she's going off. She's being really loud. The passenger next to her was getting very annoyed. So whipped out the phone and asked her to like, can you tone it down a bit? And then recorded her. So then she got really mad. So she got super mad, started making a huge scene. So the air hostess and host came over, and this is a Air Asia flight to Malaysia. They're not Chinese. They don't speak Chinese.
Well, a lot of them can.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of them can. But the guy, the air host dude, came and spoke in English. Okay.
As you do on an international flight.
On an international flight. Said, please, ma'am, is everything okay? That kind of thing. So then she really lost it. Now she's like, how dare you not speak Chinese? Speak Chinese to me.
It's an international flight.
Yeah, exactly.
Says,
So she went on and
有
on.
什么问题？有什么问题？我讲中文行不行？讲中文行不行？为什么？为什么？
So what happened was, and this is my favorite part, is everybody on the plane was getting very entertained.
Yeah, because most Malaysians can understand. At least
Yeah, they can understand.
Chinese, yeah.
So like she was saying like, speak Chinese, 行不行? It's like, can you speak Chinese to me, okay? And then you heard that guy pretended to be a girl. He said like, not okay. And then everyone cracked up laughing. So these are like screen grabs from
These
some
are
of the
Malaysians
videos.
that are just dying laughing.
Yeah, they're dying
at the
laughing.
spaz
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah, exactly.
你们连中文都不会，你还上找什么国际航班？你下课，你今天就直接下课，我可以请你。
So basically, they called over this other guy who can speak Chinese. Okay, so he was like, "Okay, you're making a nuisance or whatever. I'm gonna get the police. Like, if you don't leave, you have to leave the plane, basically. So I'm gonna go get the police."
为什么？你叫公安？我不下，该他下。
So yeah, basically he said, "Are you gonna leave by yourself?" And she's like, "No way." So he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go get the police." So when he goes to get the police, listen to everyone. And this dude is like,
Thank you very much.
this guy's like, "Yeah, all right, guys." Yeah, I just love how like happy everyone is.
Well, because here's the deal.
Yeah.
Malaysia is a civilized country.
Yeah.
People speak English. People are polite. People wait in line. They don't think they rule the world.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas in China, and I think this is a really good example of how dangerous propaganda can be, is you have a populace when they go abroad, and this is not everyone, but when they go abroad, they've been told that they're the leaders of the world, that they control everything, and everyone has to bow down to you because China's powerful now.
Yeah.
So especially like they think of Malaysia as like a subservient nation, right?
Yeah.
So she expects the red carpet to be rolled out.
That's very true.
Everyone else is laughing.
Yeah. So now they haven't left China yet. Okay. So the security guards and the cops get called. Okay. And now she's explaining and doing her thing to the authorities.
说英文，我是 China，我是 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 China。
Yeah. So she even got spit on. Because she's going on like,
Well, China, I am China.
that's the problem
Well,
though.
she should have said something else.
Oh yeah, where even is that nonsense? I put it in. I always try
I
to
am
find
China.
it. Oh.
I'm
Chinese.
That's what she should have said.
Yeah, you should say I'm Chinese, but the problem is here she's representing the entire nation, and unfortunately there is this whole idea that if somebody misbehaves, they lose face for the whole of China. It's called dulian, right? And she has big time lost face for the whole of China by behaving this way because it was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
So anyway, she gets dragged off the plane.
We can get a look at her now. Well, China, I'm the entire nation of China.
Yes, exactly. So now, because of this, it went viral. Like, first of all, it was very annoying because everyone on the plane was delayed. And part of her whole thing is like, if you don't bring someone who speaks Chinese to me now, I'm going to make sure this plane doesn't take off. She actually said that. She wanted to delay the plane.
Do you see how this works? That's what I explained. You are subservient to China.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, if you're not Chinese.
Yeah. So she made a big stink. She delayed everyone's flights. Everyone on the flight, their connecting flight got canceled. They couldn't make it to their destination on time or whatever, because all the stories are coming out now. Everybody, because it went so viral, everybody's coming in. I was the person at the back there. I couldn't make it to my next flight, etc., etc. Okay. But now people are parodying her, and they're making things. Yeah, Malaysians are making like this song.
我是 China，
因为我是快乐的人。
They're making like KTV, like karaoke songs of her being a 我是 China.
Dude, like a condom brand actually made ads using her as a reason to use condoms. I'm not even joking. It's pretty clever. There's all sorts of funny things, and people have been parodying it. So it's been hilarious to watch how far this has gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, of course, there's a lot of fallout now.
Yes.
And so she's come out to basically, defend herself. But I just wanted to point out the Great Translation Movement took a look into this. Immediately after this, when it happened, people were posting onto Little Red Book, Xiaohongshu or Red Node or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it was being deleted because, of course, this makes China look bad. So they were deleting.
There is no reason to delete this.
No.
It's not politically sensitive. It's not, there's no swear words. It's fine. This is normal stuff to post, but China is so butthurt.
Sensitive. Yeah, they're so
They've
sensitive.
lost so much face. Because, I mean, what does this do? Do you think this behavior makes people want to go see what China's like?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. So anyway, just throwing that in there. But she came out. One thing that she said, during her whole tirade was, I am an air hostess with China Southern, and I know that, like, on an international flight, you should be able to speak Mandarin. That was one of her things. So even China Southern had to come out and officially say, no, she's never worked for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think so.
She doesn't look like an air hostess.
Well, I was thinking it's more like the attitude, right?
Yeah.
The behavior. Like the air hostesses are very polite.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, even they came out, so, it's all just nonsense. She was just making a scene, obviously. So she came out.
This is the icing on the cake.
So now she comes out with her face filter set to the max, okay? Because that's what she looks like on the left, and then
this is her making her excuse.
Yeah, so she came out.
You turned down. I just wanted to examine this.
Yes.
Like, after all of this exposure, after all of this behavior, she has the gumption and the balls to go use a face filter to that degree.
Yeah, that's like maybe a subtle here and there, but that's not subtle.
She erased 20 years.
You know how they say, like, the self-help books, how to reinvent yourself?
Yes.
She literally reinvented herself.
You know, they say be comfortable in your own skin. Oh,
No.
This, to me, shows the absolute delusion of how people in China have gotten used to, like, this is just okay to do now.
Yeah.
But also keep that in mind every time you see someone like a pretty woman or a handsome guy on Douyin, Chinese TikTok.
Yes.
Just be very aware this is the default setting for people.
It is. And it's quite crazy. It's gotten to a point where people delude themselves, even if they know the person looks completely different. They get so attached to that online persona of the person that they ignore the fact that they actually look completely different.
It's AI psychosis in a way. It's like a version of that. It's like your self-image is so diluted now. It's actually morphed in your mind. That's how you look. I wonder if they avoid looking in the mirror and stuff, because you must look in the mirror and go, holy crap, I'm
going to tell you one thing.
She's not ugly or anything, but the juxtaposition is insane.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, she's not that. Here's the thing, like smart mirrors are going to be a thing very soon.
Dude, in China is definitely they're not going to invent it because they can't.
No, it's just the technology exists.
Yeah. Oh, it does. It does.
Smart mirrors, you can like set one up if you have a Raspberry Pi and a piece of glass, like a mirrored glass, and you put a screen behind it.
Oh, yeah.
Then it can like tell you things like, what the weather is and all that, but it can also project like a camera image.
True.
So how long is it going to be until that just face filters you when you look at it? You could be Jabba the Hutt and walk up to the mirror and be like, I look pretty awesome,
Damn, looking good today.
This delusional nonsense.
It's true.
It's going to get there. Yeah.
There's something wrong with the left image of her on the plane.
Yeah.
That was after she took off her Burger King hat, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. I forgot to include the Burger King hat. Sorry.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. Anyway, so I just wanted to show
She's
you.
actually just asked for a cup of water.
That's right. Yes.
I can't believe I can't believe, because this is not out of the ordinary for someone to use such an aggressive face filter.
Yes. Yeah.
Even after people know what you look like.
My favorite part about this whole story is the good humor of the Malaysian people that were on that flight. Like the fact that they just all had a laugh. I mean, she put them out so badly. She screwed up all of their itineraries. They didn't make it to their family or their job or whatever.
Yeah.
Or their holiday was ruined to a degree. but they still had a good laugh about it, you know?
I love the positive attitude. And, and again, this was so well dealt with by the Malaysian people.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, we've had enough.
Exactly.
You know, this is bull.
So you think this is an isolated incident?
Oh, this happens so often, especially in Malaysia.
Let's take a look at Malaysia Airlines MH318.
Okay. Oh, this was still in April.
On April 8th, 2026. So, you know, just, like a couple weeks before.
And another Chinese guy.
Yeah.
Don't follow me. It's great. Don't follow me. It's great.
What does that mean?
Okay, I don't know.
We know the context behind this, though.
Yeah. So what happened with this guy is he got on the plane and then he's like groped the air hostess. You know,
give her a little spank.
Spanked her on the ass a couple times. And she was like, what the hell, dude? You know, like,
because in China, they would get away with that.
Yeah. And then his excuse was China and Malaysia have great relations at the moment. So I'm just showing the good relations.
Yeah, and you can't do anything to me.
Yeah.
Right.
He was making up all this nonsense. But of course they were like, nah, that's not happening here. So, you know.
Props to Malaysia for just upholding the law.
I know, because this guy was obnoxious and terrible. You can't get away with sexually harassing someone like that.
Don't follow me. It's green.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
That rapper. It's just nonsense. Word salad.
Oh, you mean this
rapper.
Which other rapper?
The CCP one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, of course. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. It's this one.
Just saying stuff.
Yeah,
just say it in English.
Just say random
You're like,
things.
oh, I don't really know English, but I know green.
Yeah.
I know don't follow me.
Yeah,
because that's
exactly.
obviously something that's been said to him a lot.
Right? Yes, for sure. On a daily basis.
He learned it.
Yeah.
When he's abroad.
Anyway, he was taken care of. So, you know, we wanted to show you the theme of today's show is more or less how things are melting down, you know, as far as Chinese society is concerned. So this guy has been handcuffed because he had an electric bike, I suppose. That seems to be the thing.
Yeah, just quick rundown. China's getting rid of all the older electric bikes. When I say older, I mean like up until like months ago.
Yes.
Those models. So hundreds of millions of them. They're just getting rid of them. They're reigniting the industry, basically. It's a huge communist grift.
Yeah, so it's a weird thing. They basically came out with a new set of regulations, and the bikes have to meet these regulations. By the way, part of the new regulations is that they're equipped with Beidou tracking, so satellite tracking. So when you buy an electric bike, they must be able to track you
by Chinese radar.
Yeah, the Chinese satellites.
Yeah.
So the government needs to know exactly where. That's one of the regulations. There's other regulations where you can no longer store things under the seat, and the seat has to be made out of this very uncomfortable fire retardant foam.
Yeah, and that's fire retardant.
Yeah, exactly.
If you ask me.
Yeah.
I will say this. Don't think of it like, you see the kids on the e-bikes messing around these days.
Oh, it's not that kind.
These are used for people's livelihood. Like, these are people's daily transport. They get to work with these things. Like, the majority of people are using
these. They take the kids to school on them?
Yeah, bring the kids to school. This is not some, like,
it's not a fun
toy.
Thing. Yeah, it's not a...
So you imagine hundreds of millions of these being taken away. It would be akin to, and let's just say you're American, pretend you're American or you're in Europe. The government today goes, we are taking your car.
Yeah.
We're going to take your car. You don't get compensated for it.
Yeah.
And you have to go buy a new one.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
That's the thing that people don't seem to understand is that these are expensive. Okay?
Yeah, China's poor.
Yeah, when you've spent maybe half a year's salary on this bike and you rely on it to deliver food or to take your kids to school or whatever, and the government says, oh, when you bought that thing, it was like totally legal.
3 months ago.
Yeah, exactly. When it was produced, it was totally legal, but to own it is illegal. And we're taking it from you, and you're not going to get any compensation. We're not going to give you a cent. And then you're like, well, okay, maybe I could just keep it at home and sneak out. And so, no, they come into people's homes now and take them. They come into people's compounds, to people's schools, to people's workplaces with big trucks, load them all up and take them away, and you can't get it back.
If you pitch a fit, you get arrested.
Yeah.
And what's funny is, we covered this before, but they're actually, the government is confiscating them and then shipping them to Africa sell to people in Africa in their colonies. Because, China has turned Africa into a slave colony.
Pretty much, yes.
So they're selling Africans the illegal stolen bikes from Chinese citizens.
They steal them from their own citizens, sell them abroad, or do whatever they do with them, leave them in fields to rot a lot of the time. And it forces everybody to buy new ones. So it's kind of like industry through theft.
Yeah.
You know, because now everybody has to buy one of these new regulated e-bikes, which are very expensive and far worse than the previous generation. So they can't go as fast. They can't go as far. They cannot carry anything because you can no longer have storage underneath and stuff. So it's like a massive downgrade, but it costs you more.
Must be nice, actually.
Yeah.
Must be nice to
you're
live in a
right.
real country.
Government that cares about you.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what happens when you say, hey, guys, don't take my bike. I need this for work. This is what happens.
So they tie him up. In fact, it's not even handcuffs. They just tied him up with random string or something. So he's like, screw these guys. How dare you take my e-bike?
I cut the rest because it's just police brutality. You're not going to see police brutality here.
No.
But just so you know, China's got nasty police brutality.
Oh, it's very bad. It's very bad, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I once tried to show that.
Kunnan.
Yeah, exactly. I tried really to blur everything to show it on my channel, and I got age restricted and demonetized, and the video got blocked and everything.
You guys get the idea.
Yeah, it's super bad. Okay, so we got to talk about this marathon thing, and the only reason why we're talking about it again because we have covered it. We showed all the robots falling over, and
The Western media glazing was crazy.
yeah, you see it
None
everywhere.
of the robots finished.
Yes, not one of them.
It was a failure.
Yeah, so look here, humanoid robot beats human world record in Beijing half marathon, finishing in blah blah blah.
And
and
so
they show these-
stop here. I want to pose this. I want to frame this for you guys. When you're at your water cooler at your work, or you're at your church, or wherever wherever you talk to people, and you want to sound like you know something, this conversation is almost guaranteed to come up at some point because it came up with me, even with people that don't know I have anything to do with China.
right.
Brought this up, and I had to actually them. So we're gonna give you some actually points here because all I heard was, did you see that marathon that China did with those robots? They're so far ahead in robotics. I'm like, what are you talking about?
So anyway, let's show you the winning robot. Okay,
Yes.
the robot, this one that you see crossing the line. Let's show you how it won. Okay.
我有話我唔打嘅，不過只話佢擠出嚟再打我唔得啊！
Oh, is that how it won?
Yeah. So okay, here's the thing. I got to ask you a question. In my mind, a robot winning a marathon like this means the robot runs the marathon, completes it, right? Doesn't fail and fall over. And then
你唔好再咁壞啊，會強姦你噶。
It's like a clown show.
it really is.
我你個衰仔啊！
So they like rebooted or whatever.
I'm sorry. How is that winning? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it didn't win. It fell over and it broke.
If I ran a marathon,
Yeah.
well, in this case, a half marathon.
That's never going to happen.
No, I said if.
Yeah, yeah. and-
如果,
yes. Okay,
teacher
如果,
Chinese,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
如果,
Yeah.
if I ran a marathon and I collapsed, right, and I laid there for 5 minutes,
Yes.
and I couldn't on my own, I broke my leg,
Yes.
broke my arm, I can't move, I got a concussion,
Yeah.
and they have to carry me on a stretcher,
Yeah.
and then they somehow give me a shot of adrenaline,
Yes.
and they're like, don't worry about your
Patch you up
broken
with
bones.
some. Yeah, exactly.
And then I go to complete. Did I win the marathon?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Well, yeah, you had assistance, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
計數你贏緊啊，贏緊打完咪知啦，點啊？
Yeah, now, one thing I have to point out, which I'll show you a little clip in a minute as well, is that these people think it's like this robot's using AI and
Yeah.
it's like figures itself. No, look at the guy behind it. They're fully remote controlled. They're a remote control toy. So the entire marathon, you've had people sitting in cars, like little, like basically golf carts,
Yeah.
following them, remote controlling them. And as you can see here, even running after it to control them. Look.
哮天神犬，好辦法揾咗黃狗，食蕉啦！
Such a vulgar
你個老唔使㗎
Yeah.
，fuck you！你話
So it didn't even
Oh, but-
run through.
No, actually, let's rewind a little bit. You know, like when you finish a marathon, you expect that you like tear through that tape.
Yeah.
Watch the tape, guys. Watch the finishing tape. Watch it closely. I'll get us out of here.
The guy has to run behind him with a remote control. He's running the marathon.
Yeah, not the robot. Watch the tape. Watch the tape.
蕉啦！我都唔係好明，你個腦咁細㗎
It's literally Velcro tape. They pulled it apart.
Can we give mad props to the guy with the remote control who actually had to run? He had to expend energy.
I think they have to give him the prize, not the...
I want a petition for him to get the trophy.
Exactly.
Not this Robert.
No. So anyway, just to show you that the entire way, you can see there's one of those golf carts. You've got the guys in the golf cart following with the remote control. You can see it over there around the guy's neck.
Are we living in a post-truth world? This was framed by Western media as a great success for China.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, because honestly, if you're going to do something like this, why not just put wheels on a car and do a remote control car
Honestly,
race?
Why not?
It's the same thing.
It's kind of like this, you know, in like in games where you're in like a mech or like Macross or Gundam, right?
Yeah.
All those people think that's cool, right? But the reason the military doesn't use those things is because we have things with wheels or treads.
Yes.
Right? In reality, there's better ways to do this. In reality, there are much better ways to do this.
Of course. No, it's kind of just like a self-indulgent, you know, circle jerk, basically. It's kind of really bad.
It sucks.
But I just don't like the way it's being glazed as if this robot marathon was amazing. It's a bunch of remote control toys that failed. Even the winning robot failed.
It did finish.
So it crashed. They had to
Didn't
pick
get
it
up
up
by himself.
No, it's not possible. They had to pick it up and reboot it and then run after with the remote control to the end.
Props to the dude.
So, you know, like it's not... The way it's been put out there in the press is as if these robots ran this thing all by themselves, flawlessly. This thing won. It's just nonsense.
I don't understand why we seem to be the only people that are pushing back on this.
Yeah.
Where is everyone else's criticism of this? Because it's pretty dumb.
It's not their fault. It's because international media is just taken by this.
I meant the media.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not be honest about it?
Yeah, why not?
No one completed the race.
Nope. Anyway, let's take a look at what you missed on Monday.
And suddenly, boom, a headbutt. Bang, follow up with a headbutt. Boom, knee to the head. And look what we got here. Smack his face.
Lift. 3 sniffs. And then exhale.
What on earth are we looking at here, dude?
That circle.
We're still friends on Facebook, and the thing is, it keeps track of what you do. This is a PCI 10100 megabits per second Ethernet adapter driver.
It's a noise that means I'm very excited, very happy, and I'd like to do it for you right now.
Yes, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yes, so if you go to Patreon, our patreon.com/ADV podcast, every Monday we have another show. So if you like the China show, what you're watching now, you'll love this one.
Yeah.
It's the best way to support us.
It's our VIP show.
Episode 198 we did on Monday. We did something called Book Club. And what that means is we're not allowed to talk about China.
Yes.
Right? And that's why we're giving fake middle fingers to this Chinese scene.
Yes.
Because we had to basically pitch things to each other. So I had to show you some clips. You had to show me some clips. Also talked about a lot of other things that we're interested in, and it was a very funny episode.
Yeah, I always enjoy those because they're just more personal kind of nonsense. Yeah. We get to shoot the breeze, and of course, it was very interactive with the audience and so on.
And you get to know us a lot more.
Yeah. If you're interested in that kind of thing, go head over to, patreon.com/ADV podcast.
ADV podcasts with an S.
With an S.
And it's the best way to support us.
Yeah.
It is 100% the best way to support us.
Yes.
And you'll get access to 198 episodes and all of them going forward. Go check it out.
Super cool. We hope we can join us there. We know it's a bit of an ask, so only if you have the means, though.
I want to pitch the episode that's on this Monday. You guys are not going to want to miss this one. Rare as hell. What we found was, remember we made a bold claim. We said, if you see anything like on YouTube from China these days, not from when we were there, from these days, it's either endorsed by the government as propaganda, or it's just like too niche and they don't know about it or something, right? But the vast majority of it's going to be propaganda.
Yeah.
We found a channel that if you're nostalgic for our old vlogs in China, let's just say you're going to love this one.
Yes.
This guy is in China and he's being very brutally honest about his life there, but he's about to leave, so he's going all in.
Yeah, we can't wait to share it with you.
We're going to show you the best stuff.
For sure, it's going to be fun. All right, it's time for Beyond the Great Firewall, where we show you what's happening behind China's Great Firewall, their intranet. So what is going on?
So right now, China is going through yet another food crisis. That's just every day. That's every day, bro. China's food crisis. You got gutter oil, where they reuse oil out of the ground, right, in the streets or whatever. And
they use industrial chemicals and things in the food.
Poison the kids. They poison the animals. There's all kinds of horrible food scandals all the time. But the deal is, people are getting so freaking fed up with it. The people with money in China import all their food.
Yep.
The people without money in China can do nothing about it. And if they post about it, they get in trouble, right? This is a very unfree country.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show you some things that have been recently happening, but first I wanted to I was going to make an entire video about this.
Okay.
Because it just bothers me so much. We're in this phenomenon right now, what I like to call like source washing or citation washing, where China will make up sources. If, for example, if I were to ask China, what's your source for the fact that you had the lowest COVID deaths in the world?
My source is that I made it the f*** up.
And they do. When you live in a communist country, your government, like the Chinese government, is going to come up with statistics that only fit a certain narrative.
They lie. They lie about their GDP.
GDP is completely false. COVID deaths were false. Food safety is completely false. Now, this Global Food Security Index, right, the most recent was in 2022, is accurate from the perspective of, can you trust the country that is giving you the statistics? The majority of countries here have zero reason to lie about.
Yeah, why would you lie about it?
You don't have to, right? You don't have a propaganda narrative. But China has every single reason to lie about this, because they need to have this narrative that everything is a-okay, right? So if you look at here, this is the food quality and safety ranking of the world. And the reason I want to show you this is twofold. Number one, there is this absolute gaslighting situation about America right now, which is for people that don't want to look into the actual statistics or like science behind stuff.
Yeah.
Like everything is bad. America's food is poison, all this stuff. Quite literally ranked number 3 in the entire world. Right?
Yeah.
Not talking about like accessibility or how cheap the food is, just the safety and quality of it, right?
Yeah.
It's very high. There's a reason we have high food standards, right?
Yeah, and it's true. I know that's the thing. If you do get sick because of food poisoning or something, in America, people sue.
Yeah.
So
it's a big deal.
People do not feed poison to the people because they don't want to get sued.
Yes, and there's this whole thing.
And there's an FDA here.
Yeah, exactly. Now you can get into like people's excuse me.
People sneezing.
You can get into people's choices on whether they want to eat unhealthy things or not. But the fact of the matter is, we have fruits, vegetables, and meat that you can buy. You can buy the most pretentious ass grass-fed beef, like roaming free.
Yeah, exactly.
Your options
fully
are
massaged.
The chicken. Listen to freaking Mozart. That stuff.
Yeah, you can buy it.
You can.
You can be the healthiest person in the world here easily.
So I just want to hit that nail on the head real quick. But to go to the next slide, this is what baffled me. It's just utterly bamboozled.
Yeah.
Okay. China is ranked number 46, which made me want to throw up.
Yeah.
If you showed this to a Chinese person, they would be bamboozled as well.
Yes.
They would say, what are you talking about? We're probably towards the bottom of the world.
How is South Korea worse than China?
South Korea is ranked lower because South Korea honestly gave their food safety index reports, and China completely fabricated the entire
There
thing.
is no way that Singapore is worse than China.
No. That is offensive.
And how is China about the same as New Zealand?
That is,
dude,
even more offensive.
New Zealand's got all that grass-fed cow crap. Whenever in China, they import the New Zealand steaks and milk products and things because it's good. So how is it only slightly better than China? It doesn't make sense.
Outlandish.
Yeah.
Outlandish lies.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
So just to give you some perspective right here. So if you look at this, it's number 46, right?
Yeah.
Go to the next slide here, just so we hit the nail on the head. When Chinese people are asked, are you concerned? Is this a big concern, a very big or moderately big concern, food safety?
Yeah.
71% of the people said, yes, that is a massive concern for us. But then, did you notice Saudi Arabia was ranked lower than China, right? So let's see what their food safety concern is. It's 43%. So how can a country ranked lower be less of a concern?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, we know. Look, everybody in China knows that food safety is an issue. Yeah. When you go out to restaurants, you got to be super careful.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get. So do you have some examples for us?
I do. I want to ask you, since it ranked the same as New Zealand, does this happen in New Zealand?
I don't know. What is this? That looks like a rat head. That's kind of gross, dude. So we got a rat head in the swansai over there, which is like the pickles, I guess.
Yeah, pickled vegetables you put in your instant noodles.
So, you know when you buy instant ramen or instant noodles, cup of noodles or whatever you call that stuff, it comes with like a little packet of pickled vegetables that you can throw in there for extra flavor, which is nice. You know, yeah, it's a little bit of crunch.
Yeah, a little too much.
I just don't like the idea of opening up the packet and finding a rat's head, a pickled rat's head, along with bits of rat meat.
You want to see where those pickles come from?
That's gross, by the way.
It's just I'm so used to it at this point.
Yeah, it's just kind of gross.
I'm not saying I eat that, but I've come across horrific things.
Yeah, this is pickled vegetables, how they're transported.
This is how they're made. And transported.
So they come out of those. They come out of those pits where they, pickle them in the brine.
I wanted to, farm to table.
Yes.
I wanted to do farm to table China edition here. So when you get you import your Chinese pot noodles or whatever, instant noodles.
Yeah.
Those pickled vegetable packets, they're made here. This is farm to table. This is the farm.
Yeah, which is more like a chemical zone. Chemical pot zone.
And so you go, okay, they chill in this open tarp, but maybe you don't know how they're transported.
They transport on these lovely rust trucks.
Yeah, covered in mold.
Yes.
That looks like a condom.
That's gross. Why do you have to put that imagery?
Truly, it looks like one.
Yeah, I just like how it's transported on this rust truck. It's just bare without any lining or anything.
And you might wonder how the rats get involved, right? Because remember, this is farm to table. I'm showing you the whole process.
Yeah. How did the rat get in?
Well, this is how it gets in.
Oh, okay. Now it's starting to make sense. Okay. I mean, it's like, all right.
You see what I mean? Pause that. So you have many vegetables.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they obviously have to be processed. So I showed you the end product.
Mm-hmm.
The rat head ended up in there.
Yeah.
You get the tarps where the pickles are made. They're transported on your open trucks.
Can I see that again?
And vegetables are sifted through here. And some mice and rats, they go, you know what? Worth the risk.
Yeah.
It's like in Aladdin when he's like sinking in the sand or whatever. You know what I mean? They're like, I want to go for the gold.
Yes, exactly.
They're going to get that.
They want that corn.
This is exported to you.
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to point that out. This is not, I think a lot of people watch our show and they go, hey, thank goodness I don't live in China.
Yes, exactly.
Right? This stuff ends up in your supermarkets if you have Chinese products.
Yeah.
You better believe you're eating rat parts.
Yeah, why not?
In some way.
Sure, why not? Here's an interesting one. I remember this. This happened like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. So there's this situation in China where everybody orders food these days, okay? Of course, people still go to restaurants, but when you order food, and you know what it's like, DoorDash or whatever, you just take a look and you find what looks good.
Yeah.
By the way, before we even get into this, do you know what a ghost cake is? There's this massive...
Guibing?
No, it's not that, but it's this very interesting thing that's happened. I'll make it big for a second because I want to talk about it. Somebody reported that they got like a substandard crap cake, okay? Because they were ordering cake. And when I say cake, I mean it's kind of like a dangao.
Yeah, it's a very poor excuse for a cake.
Well, yeah, it's basically like any kind of little like sweetbread thing you can kind of call a cake in China. So they ordered and it came, this crap thing came. Turns out there's been this huge thing with like tens of thousands of fake restaurants in China. So what happens is you go onto like a DoorDash and you like find it's like there's this frilly cake shop or something. Let's say it's called Frilly Cake Shop. It's got high reviews. All right, and you want to order a cake. So you're like, okay, I want this cake. Maybe later a cake arrives at your door and you're like, great. That shop doesn't exist. It's kind of like a weird broker or something. They get your order and then they quickly farm out and find the cheapest cake delivery thing, rubbish thing that they can find, and then they like say, okay, deliver to this address, and then
Unlike
you print this
app or
label.
whatever.
Yeah. So then you're getting a cake from a random unknown source. It could be like some IE in the basement or whatever making it, and you get this thing, but you thought you bought it from this cake shop, but that cake shop doesn't exist. It's kind of a weird thing. They've just recently uncovered it this week, and we'll do more on it later.
What's the source of the cake?
The cake?
Yeah. What's the source of it?
The source?
My source is that I made it the f*** up.
Yeah, but quite...
The source is I cake at the...
Exactly. So, I mean, it's just an interesting concept that it's like fake stores. Think about that.
Yeah.
It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Imagine you found like a sandwich shop and you're
the
like,
potential for this is so bad.
Yeah.
Dude, in China, I can just imagine the lengths, the depravity.
Because it gets down and down. It gets like farmed on. It's like you get this order, you pass it down until you finally found someone who has a stash of like
some chained up dude in a
exactly
in those tarps.
Make it
on stuff.
Anyway, it's kind of interesting. So these ghost restaurants are a thing. So it's kind of related to this because this is a high-end steak restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay. So at least online.
Mm-hmm.
So they got inspected because they were getting complaints or something.
店主要做什么？
主要做牛排。生的和熟的是这样放？不是，当时。
Yeah, so it's like the raw and the cooked meat are stored together.
把它挑出来，这是那个生的，到时候这还得要回锅的。这样的东西你觉得你自己吃不吃？这啥抹布？这是毛巾。毛巾啥毛巾吗？就是有时候擦那个架子，然后这个是擦这边的。你这个上面写的牛排像。
I want you to take a look at their advert on their shop for the online delivery because nobody goes to the store. It's online delivery only.
Yeah.
Take a look.
全过程，这是你做的吗？
Doesn't it look like amazing?
这是你的加工过程。这个是一个动态服务，不会下药。不是在你这前。
Dynamic storage.
Yeah. He said it's just for reference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
不是啊，这是仅供参考。
要不然
你用你这的，你看有没有消费者来点这个餐？啊，你这样就配上加工过程，你看消费者点不点？
蘸料是什么呢？
黑椒酱。
黑椒酱。这个锅你自己熬完以后放在这儿，你这个锅是。
That's black pepper sauce.
Bro, that's
moldy, dude.
It's moldy.
Yeah, and that's what he's putting on the black.
你们家这个防尘都不是靠纱窗，都是靠你的油污啊，油污把这些尘土都绑住了。这手帕你看，你听这声音，你这是意面是吧？
对，意大利面。
意面旁边这都是啥？你的餐厨具一般都是哪时候清洗？
一般
在哪清洗？
你要是这样的情况下，给顾客洗碗的这个条件可是不行啊！就一个池子，然后这上面那么脏。
你看你这下面操作台下面，
然后那个是给小狗留的那个。
So the only clean thing, by the way, is the dog's bowl.
Yeah.
And there's a dog in there, which is also great because you want a dog in the kitchen where you're getting your stuff made.
这是小狗留的吃的，这个碗是小狗的啊。
不是，你看，这可能是整傻了。
你看你的这个灶台，这都能抠下来。
这是每天都刷的，
每天都刷的，
每天都刷的。
我这都能抠下来，灶子上面你也能一天清洗一次啊。你这
有的抢不掉了。
你这都厚成啥样子了？
你说你是平常也是这个不是我们要。
He's using gross pliers.
这戴手套跟没戴手套有啥区别呢？这么脏，前头上这些时间长这啊这个胶皮，你看这胶皮好多都已经缺失了。哦，要换个新的。这都已经掉锅里了是吧？没有掉锅里。这个作用呢？这个作用。我以为你这是拧啥这个拧啥呀？我比那个汽车修理铺的这个东西，没有啊，工具都脏啊。那个是把那个刀那个里面。
你这是个冰箱啊？
是啊，就是当天用不完的话就拿走了。
不是啊，你。
Disgusting. Yeah. It's bad. Like, so basically, you guys are getting the idea here. This is a steak shop.
A nice one.
Yeah, when you look online, it's
Premium.
like beautiful videos of, that like, it looks like a freaking Burger King advert or something, but like high end, But this is what's really going on behind the scenes. So you order, this guy slops some broken, old, redundant meat together and sends it to your door.
这个是我们自己吃的肉。
你再看你这个下面。这个霜都成啥样子了？
上面就是，
你就算你自己吃，你也不能放到这儿呀。是
我们这说整改的，然后
哎呦，你这都拿不出来了。
你这个上面是啥？我那个房子它到期了，然后我把东西搬过来了，但是我还在那住。
你平时就在这儿住的呢，这不是手机？
我兜里还有手机呢。
It's like his gross slippers.
这都没电，你看，这都不用的。这个上面是打包盒是吧？对。
He stores It's up there where he lives, is where he stores the takeout boxes that, he packages.
打包盒，但是用这个的，然后包着呢。打包盒，这边就是厕所。
Next to his toilet.
随便放。
这是库房吗？什么的？
这不是库房，我们东西基本。
So yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah.
So a lot of these places, you just can't trust it. And, you know, that's very outlandish for them to have that safety standard number, because whether they have rules or not, the amount of people that just take shortcuts in China that run shops, they're not licensed. They don't have any stats of those people. When you're ordering takeout or you're eating from the side of the road, not one of those places have some kind of like registration or permit or anything like that, you know? So they just do whatever they want. That's why food safety is so bad. Most people that go to China, whether it's for tourism reasons or if they live there, will have diarrhea and food poisoning at least once. At least once. You know.
I mean, look what you're eating.
Yeah. Anyway, this is kind of funny. This guy has a
woman.
Sorry, it's woman has a chicken in a bag, chicken foot in a bag. Okay. And the cat smells it and immediately wants to puke. I don't know why I found that so funny.
So bad.
Yeah. Dude.
Like formaldehyde or
yeah,
something.
Exactly. Just what the heck? Yeah. Also, notice how she threw the trash on the floor?
Of course.
You wonder why there's all that trash lying around. Yeah, smell it again. I love how it's like, what's the puke?
There's another cat.
Yeah. The fact that the cats won't eat that shows you.
I mean, a cat likes to eat meat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's something normally you would love to eat. That cat's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's like, imagine you're like, hey, eat this, and the cat tries to puke. Shows you how bad it is, dude. Yeah, we used to eat stuff like that when we were in China. I never ate the chicken feet. I found that kind of gross.
It's not particularly good.
Yeah, but I ate that chicken in a bag.
For sure.
Yes, and they're taking the oil downstairs. Yeah.
The cooking oil.
Oh, rough, dude. That is rough.
That sucks.
Yeah, that is so rough.
I would just lay down.
Yeah, it's too late. What is this?
This is a segment I made called "Just Because You Can Doesn't Mean You Should."
Okay.
So these are instances. They're all food related. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you have to do it.
Yeah,
or you
for
should.
Sure. I agree with you. So what is this about? Okay, first of all, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that cow stomach?
Yes.
So that's, I hate that stuff personally. It's that furry texture when it touches your tongue. Ugh.
There's a hot pot trend right now in China where they are taking strawberries and wrapping them in raw cow stomach. First of all, why strawberries in a hot pot?
Because that's like a spicy hot pot.
What are you doing?
Do you cook strawberries?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe in a pie.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
But why would you cook strawberries in a spicy hot pot wrapped in cow stomach?
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. There's a couple of dishes I wanted to point out here. By the way, that was not long enough to cook that cow stomach. It takes a long time.
Yeah, that stuff's like rubber. Yeah. Furry rubber.
Very chewy. This is like pancreas or like a sliced up lung or some sort of organ.
Yeah.
The pink thing.
With passion fruit. With passion fruit. Dude, I'm sorry.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
I agree. This is horrendous.
What is this restaurant? Fruit pot? This sucks.
Fruit meat mix. It's gross.
Fruit and innards. Someone woke up one day and goes, I have $1 million idea, dude. Come here. You got to hear this. You got to hear this.
Yeah.
Fruit in the hot pot. And they're like, that's kind of weird. No. Sorry. Fruit wrapped in innards. Internal organs of the animal.
Awful.
Yes.
Yes. That's what it is. I'm sorry, but that is just...
Why?
There's no reason. By the way, we call passion fruits, we call them granadilla in South Africa.
Okay.
So
Don't put it on like pancreas.
I would not put granadilla on raw meat.
Don't eat pancreas.
No, and then you've got it. Yeah, you've got it on raw meat, and then you presumably cook it in the hot pot. Dude, that's vile.
Why? Those flavors don't mix.
No, that's just vile.
What about that? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And here's the deal: there are plenty of cockroaches in China. You in your apartment, it doesn't matter how clean you are.
Dude, like that's just...
You'll find thousands.
I don't know about that, bro. That's kind of gross. That's turning my stomach.
Times are tough.
Whew.
Times are tough.
I really hate that.
That's worse. What's worse, the cow stomach strawberry pancreas or this?
I think this.
This, yeah.
Just because, like, I'm not going to eat a freaking cockroach, bro. I've ate locusts before, remember, and stuff, but not a cockroach.
Yeah.
I think there's a level.
None of the bugs ever taste good. There's no way this does.
No,
not a chance.
It's that vile feeling, you know, when you eat it and there's all these little things, you know, little legs and antenna.
Dude, it's just a disgusting animal,
it's
isn't
a
it?
Cockroach.
It's a cockroach.
It's a cockroach. Yeah.
Vile.
Yes.
This dude's back.
Ah, yes, the
Clearing
chili.
out his cold. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Bro.
What are you trying to communicate to us?
I almost feel like he's being punished. They're like, you will send us one video a day of you smoking a chili, you know? Otherwise, you don't get your dog back.
Hey, don't worry. We're not promoting smoking, but this is a traditional Chinese medicine. Don't be racist, right?
Yeah, now this is kind of funny. This happens a lot. You're not allowed to take liquids on the high-speed rail or on airplanes, which is normal everywhere around the world, right? So I've read lots of stories about this, and what happens is they catch them with baijiu, because baijiu is one of those things that when you travel to some place, you'll get a local specialty, and people see it as a great gift. We did it too. We bought it, remember? And you can put it in your check-in luggage.
It's a Chinese hard liquor made of grass.
Yeah, it's incredibly strong, tastes terrible. We've both tried the best of the best, really good premium.
We can tolerate it.
Yeah, it still tastes bad. And you can get used to it.
Yeah, you get used to it.
In the same ways, you can also get used to drinking methylated spirits.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't just why?
You shouldn't.
It's why. Yeah. Drain it through the bread, everything's still why.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So, and then eat the bread afterwards, definitely. Just why? You know? Okay. So, what happens is they're like, sorry, ma'am, you cannot take this with you. And they're like, but this cost me a lot of money. They're like, yeah, but you can't take it with you. Then they're like, well, screw it. Then I'm going to drink it now.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
No, and I'm telling you, man, that thing's like 56% alcohol.
A lot of people, she didn't, but a lot of people have died doing this.
Yeah, or at least the funniest part is like, I've read a lot of times when they do this and they get so drunk they can't take the flight or the train or whatever anyway. So what was the point? Dude, so what is that? That's like 112 proof at least, right? That's going to mess you up.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe she'll have a good sleep on the way.
Maybe.
All right, time for Worldview, where we talk about everything in the world, specifically with regards to China. And what is this? And why is it so fast?
Watch this. So this is a point of view.
Mm-hmm.
In 2011,
yes,
you invested $5,000 into the U.S., the S&P 500, or into the Chinese markets, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what would happen up until today.
Okay, so this is how your $5,000 would perform.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's watch.
The MSCI in China or the S&P 500. Okay, so $5,000 in 2011.
It's a bit of a wake-up call.
Okay.
Just because everyone's like, oh, China's the future. Invest in China.
Invest in China, yeah.
China.
Yeah, exactly. We'd love to have you. What is that? We'd love to have you.
We'd love to have you.
Okay, so it shows you the China slowdown in 2015-16. It shows you these big things that affect the markets as we go along. Whatever Ebola spike was. I'm sure everybody knows about that except for us. I'm sure everyone's like, you don't know the Ebola spike?
What the heck's wrong?
The COVID-19 crash, obviously. We know about that. And then it's going up and up and up. Oh, there's inflation in the Ukraine invasion or whatever.
Up. It's our moment.
Okay.
Yes.
It's going up and up and up. We almost at 30 grand.
Stop.
Tariff fear.
We're there and abouts. Up, go a little more.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the end. If you were to invest $5,000 in China,
in the Chinese stock market, right?
$5,000 in the U.S., in the end, you would have ended up with $33,483 in the U.S.
Yeah.
And in China, you would have ended up with $8,350. Did that even beat inflation? I don't think so.
I don't think so, dude. I mean, if you even look at that graph, it doesn't really look like much has changed.
Just keep this in mind, because you have to, when China goes, we've surpassed every target. Even Western media is like, China is hitting GDP numbers they didn't even expect.
Yeah.
They use all this reference data, but
year-on-year growth, 5%.
Yeah, you can look at real growth, and come to your own conclusion.
Yeah.
Did China grow?
No.
I don't think so.
No. It's certainly not as much as they claim.
No.
Because, I mean, that's actual proof right there. You know?
Yeah.
So, what is this? The China model falters?
So this is good. Really good article. It's down below. But I just want to read this. The dogma is now undone. China's GDP has barely budged in 4 years since the pandemic, compared to its previous expansion. The Chinese economy was 78% of the size of the U.S. in 2021.
Yeah, because that's what there was, the second largest economy.
Yes. So picture a pie, right? 78% of that pie. This is the pie is the U.S. 78% of that's China, right? It was catching up.
Yeah.
Right. That share had fallen back to 64% in 2024.
Wow.
So it contracted.
Yes, it hasn't been growing.
It's about half of the U.S. economy. And that's honestly still going off of like official data.
Sure.
The reality is grim.
It is.
You know?
It's far worse than people know.
Yeah, there's been a few wake-up calls. We'll actually look at another one here.
Okay. What are we looking at next?
This is just insane. They found that, you know, those huge hacks that happen in
yes.
They found that the Chinese hackers were actually using like smart devices and Internet of Things things, and one of the big ones was these smart fridges. I put this in here almost as a joke. Why have a smart fridge?
Well, I mean, listen, here's the thing. There was a period when like new technology just seemed so cool. People would get it just because it's cool. I mean, I think the idea that your fridge, you know, like has a screen on it and you can, I don't know, watch things or tell it like, hey, order me some milk. It's a cool concept.
Yeah, sure.
And so I think people get caught up in all this. Like, remember the whole Amazon Alexas and the Google Homes and everything. This whole idea of a smart home is really nice. Like it's like you say, turn on the lights or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. So why should your fridge not? It's silly. It's over the top.
Yeah.
And when I saw it in practice, I changed my mind because my parents-in-law, they have the most disgusting fridge. It's red with like those floral pattern. You know, the Chinese, like it looks like a lacquer type of red with floral patterns on it. And it has, and I kid you not, it's got a screen that has the Windows XP background. You know, Bliss?
Yes.
You know that one? It's actually on there.
Sick.
And you walk into the kitchen and it starts playing ads. Loud, like with audio.
That's dystopia.
So it's like these annoying ads on your fridge.
So in China, your fridge has ads.
It's got ads that blare at you, and it's
turn it
noisy.
off?
No, you can't. So you walk in and it plays an ad.
That's insane.
And I was like, okay, that's when I was like, you know what? I don't think this is a good idea anymore.
That's like Idiocracy when they wear the shirts with all the brands on it everywhere. And
exactly.
they pull it out of a dispenser. It's
yes,
like
exactly. Anyway, I just wanted to say. So yeah, I mean, think about it. These things are designed to have apps linked to your phone to alert you when your milk is low or whatever.
Yeah.
They have microphones built in so you can say, hey, fridge, do something.
Yeah.
Hey, fridge, dispense my... You put the cup down. Hey, fridge, dispense my ice. You know?
我听不懂.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so of course they can listen to you and they can see what you're buying. And
honestly, the only thing it's going to do is the Bluetooth is ready to pair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
going forward here, we have another thing I wanted to point out. This was great. So ByteDance is the company that owns TikTok.
Yes.
A Chinese company, CCP affiliated with the Chinese government.
Yep.
There's an engineer that worked at ByteDance, Chinese guy, obviously, and he actually was like, he's been reading these articles where like China's so far ahead in robotics, AI, all this kind of stuff, and he's like, absolutely not. This guy's in the scene. He's behind the scenes, right? Just want to read some of the quotes he had. He says, "I don't even agree with the assumption that Chinese models are catching up. I believe we're still far behind. On paper, every big tech company in China has a good model, but I don't think they're good enough." He added that many teams are focusing on something called benchmarking. Which means you optimize for test scores rather than practical performance. So the real AI model doesn't do anything in real life, but on the test model, it's like, wow, we've surpassed everything.
It's kind of like what VW did with Dieselgate.
Yeah.
It's like when it gets plugged in, then it suddenly performs really like clean, but in the real world, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's also like how Chinese society works. You prepare for the test, the Gaokao at the end of at the end of high school before you go to university. You're just preparing for a test, not real world knowledge.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Google can train or perform a full round of language learning model training, both pre-training and post-training in 3 months. But ByteDance, we can only do one iteration in a half a year. He also pointed out China's structural disadvantages, including access to advanced chips, which they're now rationing, by the way.
Yeah.
Weaker infrastructure and lower quality training data. He said there's a huge difference between infrastructure of Google and ByteDance. He said, I don't think we're getting high quality data. US firms benefit from stronger user feedback loops because ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they improve with constant interaction with the users. Chinese people don't use those kind of models. And I think people think that China has these like user models like ChatGPT and stuff. Nobody uses that stuff because they suck.
Yeah.
He said Chinese models, by contrast, risk falling into a negative cycle. Chinese models have started not as good, so no one really uses them for important things. And the models continue to be not good, right? And he said in the end, to be fair, I don't think any Chinese company will catch up with the US soon.
Well, this is what happened in the past. And, you know, I'm quite sure what they're going to do is they're going to block access to international models like Google and so on and force Chinese people to use the crappier Chinese version.
And that'll stifle it.
Yeah. That's
a good thing.
Yeah, I suppose so. That's what they did with Google Maps and all that, you know. This guy, what is his name? Director Michael Kratzius. Okay.
You can read that, yeah.
Says the US has evidence that foreign entities, primarily in China, are running industrial scale distillation campaigns to steal American AI. We will be taking action to protect American innovation. These foreign entities are using tens of thousands of proxies and jailbreaking techniques in coordinated campaigns to systematically extract American breakthroughs. Foreign entities who build on such fragile foundations should have little confidence in the integrity and reliability of the models they produce. The US government is committed to the free and fair development of AI technologies across a competitive ecosystem from open source to proprietary models. And then there's a White House memo.
He was the 13th director of the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy.
Yeah, I just got to say, like, if you base everything on theft, it kind of sucks because like you run out. Like if you do get to a point where by undercutting the competition because you stole it and then you can sell it back cheaper, let's say you push the competition out, then you're screwed now because now where are you going to get your innovation from? You destroyed the goose that laid the golden eggs.
Yeah.
And that's how it's going to be.
Yes.
Anyway, what is this? Xinjiang's repression of Uyghurs has evolved and not ended.
So this is something that China's been trying to whitewash, obviously, is with their genocide of the Uyghurs in Western China. They managed to kind of get people to stop caring about it. But this was a great article, and I know we don't have time to go through it, but I do want you guys to read it at some point.
So you've linked it down below?
Yeah. So this article talks about how it's not over. They've just managed to make it very, very quiet now. And so there's evidence that it's still happening.
Of course it is. That's never been a question of, there's never been any doubt about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. So, guys, it's time for Yamcha, which is our Q&A segment of the show. It's Friday, so I hope all of you guys can relax, grab a beverage of your choice, hot, cold, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, loosen the tie, and it's time to answer some super chats. So if you're not watching us live or on the weekend, we say farewell, stay awesome. But if you're here, let's